Okay. Dito tayo sa number 42. Ito kanina, tingnan nyo same principle. Sa first problem, initial before the 1,000 was applied, yung steel at saka yung concrete, yung dalawang material are of the same level. Then after applying the force P, they are of the same level again. So we can therefore conclude that the deformation of one material is equal to the deformation of the other material. Kaya yun yung naging working equation natin. Now, more often sa in this type of problem, makikita natin na sometimes yung dalawang material, hindi lang sometimes kasi mas common to yung problem na to kaysa dito. Makikita natin na yung material sometimes are not on before the force was applied are not on the same level. Tingnan mo. Okay, so yung mangyayari dito, when you apply before the application of 400 kilonewton, ito yung itsura nila. But if you apply the 400 kilonewton, tingnan mo di mo alam kung saan mapupunta yung platform na to. This is the initial level of the platform. When you apply the 400 kilonewton, di mo alam kung saan mapupunta yan. If kaya ng dalawang steel, take note makinig. If kaya ng dalawang steel, it could be that when you apply the 400 kilonewton, baka yung level ng platform is mapunta lang dito. Nakita nyo? Hindi siya aabot sa aluminum. So, if that is the case, dapat if we try to solve for the deformation in steel, dapat hindi siya mas malaki kaysa sa gap. Nako kasi hindi natin alam if you apply the 400 kilonewton, di natin alam kung saan mapupunta yung platform, kung aabot ba siya sa aluminum or hindi, 'di ba? So you have to check that first. Paano natin i-check 'yan? I-assume mo muna na yung magke-carry ng 400 kilonewton, initially yun lang naman talaga yung magke-carry, yung steel lang, dalawang steel, 'di ba? Kasi may gap, so hindi pa when the, when you initially apply the 400 kilonewton, hindi nakaka-contribute yung aluminum sa system. 'Di ba? Kasi nga may gap initially. Pero because of the deformation, baka kasi mag-deform yung steel, then ultimately aabot siya sa aluminum. Pero hindi natin alam pa na aabot siya, 'di ba? So you have to check first. So how do we do that? Okay, so yung i-assume muna natin that the force are all carried by the steel. So madali lang naman. O kung yung force na 400 kilonewton are all carried by the steel, edi ibig sabihin dalawa lang naman sila na steel, then symmetrically loaded. Edi ibig sabihin, yung isang steel, yung kini-carry niya is half of 400 kilonewton. Kaya yun yung steel natin, 200 kilonewton. Then if you try to solve for the deformation using the 200 kilonewton, yung nakuha natin is 0.17857. Tingnan mo 0.17857 mm. And if you compare that to the gap, yung gap natin dito is 0.1 mm, mas malaki siya, di ba? So in other words, kung mas malaki siya, ibig sabihin niyan, aabot yung platform natin sa aluminum. So, initially, hindi siya nakakontribute sa the system, but because of the deformation ng steel, maduot ang platform ngadto ang aluminum. So, now, makakakontribute na hiya. Now, because of that, the system will be rendered as statically indeterminate again because, tingnan mo instead na yung PST is equal to half lang ng 400 kilonewton, gagamit ka ng static of equilibrium equation. Dalawang steel yung nag-contribute at saka isang aluminum, and that is equal to a total of 400,000 Newton. Ano yung value ng aluminum at saka yung value ng steel? So, from this equation, we cannot solve this because dalawa yung unknown. Kaya nga mag-resort tayo ulit sa mechanics of deformable bodies. So, ito yung nangyari. Initially, the initial position, dalawa lang yung naki-carry sa kanya, yung dalawang steel. But because of the force applied, nag-deform yung dalawang steel until such time na na na-reach yung aluminum, dumuot sa aluminum, then the aluminum, kasi deformable din yung aluminum, di ba? So, we are assuming na since may force na mako-contribute sa aluminum, magde-deform din ng aluminum, di ba? Deformation, however small, should be taken into consideration. Can you still see my presentation? Please confirm kasi dito sa laptop ko hindi ko na nakikita yung presentation ko. Nakikita pa, okay. Bakit sa laptop ko hindi nakikita? Okay, sige. Tingnan mo ha. Yung iko-compare natin dito is yung deformation ng materials. Tingnan mo ha. The deformation of steel, this one. This is the deformation of steel. The deformation of steel, and that is this much, is equal to the deformation of aluminum, which is this much. Nakita niyo? Plus 0.1 mm. So, yun yung maging working equation natin. The deformation of steel plus this distance plus this distance. Diba? Mag-equal sila. Now, common mistake ng student, okay ha, tingnan mo, isusulat ko dito. The deformation of steel is equal to the deformation of aluminum plus the deformation of, sorry, wala deformation, 0.1. Yan, this is our working equation. Common mistake ng student, sasabihin, sure, dalawa kasi yung steel, so this should be multiplied by 2. Sayop. We are now looking at the material individually. So you cannot multiply this by 2. We're talking about the total deformation. Han steel, per steel ha. So dapat hindi natin siya i-multiply ng 2. Okay? Dapat hindi i-multiply by 2. Dapat yung deformation ng steel. Ng isang steel lang. Now, if you rearrange this equation, you will have this. Yan mo lang eh. Yung transpose lang yung deformation ng aluminum to the left side. So, ayun yung naging result. 'Di ba? Deformation of steel minus deformation of aluminum is equal to 0.1. Yung lang naman yun. Okay. Now, from here, alam naman natin yung formula ng deformation. Then, plug in lang yung value. Then, you will have this equation. Ito. May equation na tayo kanina. Steel, aluminum. Dapat pag magmo-mode 5 ka, dapat papreheat location, papreheat pagkakasunod-sunod mo variable. In equation number 1, the first term is the steel, the second term is the aluminum. In equation number 2, the first term is steel, the second term is for aluminum. So dapat consistent ka. Constant is always on the right side of the equation here. So when you use the mode 5 mode 5.1, plug in mo lang yung mga numerical coefficient tsaka yung constant. Masasolve natin yung value ng steel at tsaka ng aluminum. E di if ginbibiling natin ang stress, madali la. Stress is equal to force over area. Pero ang ipapabiling haatan are the deformation. This is the deformation for steel and this is the formation for aluminum. Plug in lang. Kasi para ma-solve mo, kailangan mo muna ma-solve yung forces. Pag masubit forces, madali na lang itong pagbiling hit. Yung papabiling hit problem. Okay, so, let's wrap up sa dalawang tingnan natin yung step by step process para may apply nyo sa other types of problem. Okay. So, yung first step natin, gagamitin muna natin yung static of equilibrium equation. Kahit anong problem yan, di ba? Tingnan mo. Dito, naggamit ka ng static of equilibrium equation. Dito, naggamit ka ng static of equilibrium equation. Yun yung una mong ginamit eh. Ito. Di ba? Of course, you have to establish first kung ma-reach ba yung aluminum. That's the first problem. Kasi di mo naman alam kung yung 400 kilonewton enough ba na ma-reach yung aluminum. So, you have to first establish na ma-reach niya yung aluminum. Kaya, meron tayong extra step dito. But the first step talaga is to always solve for construct the equation using static of equilibrium equation. Then you will find that the static of equilibrium equation is not enough to solve the problem. Saka pa lang tayo mag-resort to strength of materials or mechanics of deformable bodies. Yun yung steps natin. So, gagamitin mo muna yung static of equilibrium equation, then mag-resort ka sa strength of materials for equation number 2. And take note for equation number 2, that is always parang gine-relate natin, gine-equate natin yung relationship ng deformation. O, tingnan mo dito, yung nagawa nating relationship based sa figure is that the deformation ng steel tsaka deformation ng concrete are equal. 'Di ba? Dito naman, yung deformation naman, hindi naman equal kasi may gap. So, yung working equation natin dito is this one. The working equation is deformation of steel minus deformation of aluminum is equal to 0.1. This is our working equation. Just to clarify lang, wait lang, before I proceed. 'Di ba sabi ko kanina, marami kasi ako nakikita na yung ginagawa ng student, minomultiply ito ng 2 kasi dalawa daw yung steel, 'di ba? Kasi dito naman sa first problem, yung kinonsider naman is the total area of steel. Asan na ba yun? Total deformation of steel, 'di ba? Ang pagkakaiba kasi dito here, yung ginawa natin, yung PST natin represents the total force, not the force per steel. Nakuha mo yun? Not the force per steel. Kaya dito sa stress natin or dito sa equation natin, yung area na ginamit sa steel is also the total. Tingnan mo, 900 times 4. 'Di ba? Total yung ginamit natin na deformation, total din yung area na gagamitin. But here, take note dito sa isang problem, we denoted PST. We denoted PST as the force sa isang steel lang. Dito kasi, you've denoted the PST as the total force. Dito, we denoted PST as the force sa isang steel lang. Kaya nga may times 2 dito eh. Asan na yun? 'Di ba? Kasi yung total force is dalawang steel. Kaya minultiply natin ng 2. In other words, yung PST lang, that represents the force sa isang steel lang. That is why when we here, dapat hindi natin i-multiply ng 2 kasi yung ini-equate natin is yung deformation ng isang steel lang. Okay? Imo nga nin i-multiply into multiply into, ibig sabihin ini imugin ko consider nga area din is the total area. Kung total area ito hindi dapat ang imo steel is the total, asan na yun? Yung steel mo dito, dapat yung total force na. Dapat hindi mo na multiply ng 2 kasi total naman siya. Total na force na. Okay? I hope that is clear. Basta ini nila titigamnan, kung total force ang gingamit, sorry. If we represented the PST as the total force first, kasi dito, meron kang PST at saka meron ka ditong PST. So, dalawa yung PST. In other words, yung PST mo is isa lang. Di-multiply mo yung dalawa kasi dalawa yung PST. So, kung usa natin ko consider nga PST din your PST represents the single steel lang, dapat yung gagamitin mo dito is isang deformation ng steel lang. Nakuha? Yun. Pero kung an imo denote din if you denoted the PST, masaka PST is the total steel. So PST, 1/2 PST DD, 1/2 PST. So combining that two, that's the total PST. Ibig sabihin, in your first equation, your PST represents the force of all carried by all steel. So, ibig sabihin, kung all steel ito niya din an imo deformation din will still be like this. Hindi mo na yan i-multiply ng 2. But, imulugod i-multiply into an area. Not the It imo area din is not only representing the area of one steel, but dalawang steel. So, careful kayo. You will never multiply the deformation by 2. It's the area yung i-multiply mo, but never the deformation itself. Okay. Again, step 1, equate the forces use the static of equilibrium equation. Step 2, equate the deformations. Use the formula for deformations to construct the second equation. Then after that, solve for the forces. Forces yung sinosolve usually. Okay? Yun lang yun. O, dito tayo para ma-appreciate nyo yung step-by-step process natin.